Hey, what's up, math scholars? It's a beautiful snowy day outside, and we're here, and we're excited because we have a rally today and a 4-day weekend. Who's doing something fun over the 4-day weekend? Woo, woo, woo! Lots of sleeping in is what we'll be doing, probably.
You're married? What the heck?
Alright, we're on the video. We are talking the zero product property today. Here's how the zero product property works. Let A and B be real numbers. If A times B is 0, then something must be true. Either A is 0 or B is 0. And I'll show you how we're going to be utilizing that zero product property today. One thing to realize that in math books and in math classes, they will oftentimes call solutions to something the roots. They'll also call solutions zeros, and believe it or not, they will call solutions x-intercepts. So all those words can be interchangeable. Solutions, roots, zeros, and intercepts are all the same thing. So if you hear me using one of those 4 words today, you'll know what I'm talking about. So here's how we'll see the zero product property in action. We'll have something like x plus 1 times 2x equals 0. So basically, we have the product of x plus 1 with 2x equaling 0. Anytime you're having a solution of 0, one of the two factors had to have been equal to 0. So either x plus 1 was equal to 0 or 2x was equal to 0. And if I solved this, I would get that x is negative 1. And if I solved this, I would get x is 0. So one of those two has to be true. X either has to be negative 1 or 0. So a lot of times today, we'll have 2 answers, 2 solutions. So here's our first problem. We basically have an instance of the zero product property right here. We know that x minus 4 times x plus 2 has to equal 0. So one of these two factors has to be 0. Either x minus 4 equals 0 or x plus 2 equals 0. On the last slide, I solved them mentally, but I had a lot of students questioning how I got the answer. So I'm not going to solve them mentally anymore. I'm going to show my work. I would do a plus 4 on each side to solve this part of it. I would do a minus 2 on both sides to solve this part of it. So that makes my 2 solutions, or my 2 zeros of this problem, 4 and negative 2. Does that make sense? Now we have been talking this week about how would you check your work. So we're going to actually check our work down here. We won't check our work on all of these problems today, but we'll check this one. So when you check your solutions, you actually want to put the 4 in both places when you first check it. So I'm putting the 4 in for x here. And I'm verifying that the answer is 0. What would 4 minus 4 be? What would 4 plus 2 be? Is 0 times 6 going to be 0? Yeah, so that checks that that solution works. Let's see if the negative 2 solution works. Negative 2 minus 4, negative 2 plus 2. What is negative 2 minus 4? What's negative 2 plus 2? Is that going to work out to be 0? Yeah. So both of my solutions work. It's probably the only one we will check our answer on today. Just kind of prove how the zero product property ends up working out. Okay, we've got some fractions entering our lives, but I think we can handle it. I think we're scholarly enough. You want to do, Jagger's asking for board buddies. Is that okay with you guys? Yeah. Alright, so here's our strategy. Our board buddies had a little bit of trouble. Can everybody pay attention? We got the video rolling. We want to take this group, set it equal to 0, and solve. To solve this, you do a plus 7 on both sides. So 7 is one of your answers. I don't see these groups having x equals 7 or d equals 7 as the answer. Then you're going to take this second group, set it equal to 0. To solve, you do a subtract 4/3 to bring it over. So negative 4/3 is your second solution. We have 2 solutions on almost every problem we'll be doing today.
Can we get it right?
We are going to send up some board buddies for this one. Hopefully it goes better than the last one. Alright, hello people in the video. Sit in your chair. So you have 3n plus 11 equals 0. Then you do n plus 1 equals 0. Solving this branch over here, getting n equals negative 1 was easy. We had some struggles here. You want to start by subtracting. They're still not showing their work super great for you people in the video at home. You want to start by subtracting 11 on both sides, giving you 3n equals negative 11. Then you want to finish by dividing by 3. So it's a two-step method for solving an equation. Okay, so negative 11 thirds. I mean, I'd be okay with the decimal, but we'll just leave it as a fraction. All right. Yeah, we'll send up board buddies. I think we need to practice solving equations at this point. I'm glad we're practicing. Hello, people on the video. We're on the video. We're going to set our 2n. So I am much improvement on our equation solving strategies. I think it's coming back to us now. You want to add your 14, divide by 2. You want to subtract your 9, divide by 3. So our answers are 7 and negative 3. Good job. N equals 7. I'm going to write it again, n equals 7, because it almost looks like it doesn't equal the way you have your line. I'm okay with the line if that's the way a teacher taught you to do it. Okay. So it's 7 and negative 3. Draw the line like that. Maybe you did that last year. I don't know. All right. So here is the steps we're going to follow to do the whole shebang ourselves. When I say do the whole shebang ourselves, it will not be factored, and we'll have to factor it ourselves. Step 1 will be to get your equation equal to 0. Step 2 will be to factor it, and then use the zero product property to solve and finish it off. So everybody write down the problem with me, and we'll just solve this problem together, step by step by step, so you can kind of see these steps in action. So before you begin any factoring, you have to be set equal to 0. That will allow you to use the zero product property a little later down the line. So we're not set equal to 0 right now. Do you know what I can do to both sides to get it equal to 0? Good job. If you said add 8m, you are correct. So you're going to add your 8m to get the 8m living over on the left side. So you have 28m squared plus 8m equals 0. And we're going to be using that common monomial factoring method we learned yesterday. So what's a common monomial that the 28m squared and the 8m share? Ken? They do share an m. They share a little bit more than that.
8.
Oh my god. Not an 8. I can't do 28 divided by 8. Caspian? A 4, yeah. So I'm going to pull my common monomial 4m out front. That would leave me with a 7m and a 2. Good. And now I use the zero product property to finish this. I'm going to set both of these factors equal to 0. 4m is going to be equal to 0, and 7m plus 2 is going to be equal to 0. If I divide both sides by 4, m equals 0 is my first solution. And if I subtract 2 first, and then divide by 7, my other solution is a fraction, negative 2/7. It's kind of a long process, but it's nothing harder than things we've already done. I think the thing that's new is getting it set equal to 0. That's pretty new. I think we'll do one more together, and then we'll do a graduation problem, okay? Yep. So what is the common... we're already set equal to 0, so step 1 complete. But what's the common monomial we can pull out front? Ken? Just an x. Very good. That would leave us with... Do you know, Ken? What would that leave us with? Plus? Good job. Because if I remove an x from this term, a 2x would be left. And if I remove an x from this term, a 15 would be left. I'm removing it, I'm dividing it out. Does that make sense? Perfect. So now we transition to using our zero product property. If this times this is 0, either x equals 0 or 2x plus 15 equals 0. This one's solved. That was easy. This one needs solved. What would I do, Ken?
Minus 15. And then you divide 2.
So negative 15 over 2.
Yeah.
Graduation.
All right, this is your graduation problem. It's already set equal to 0, so you can just proceed with your factoring and solving.
Somebody beat.
Alrighty, what number did you guys choose to pull out front?
A B.
A B is correct. There should be a number with it. A 4. Leaving you with a 3b plus 5. So now you set your 4b equal to 0. We are on the video right now. Sorry. And then we've got our 3b plus 5 sub equal to 0. Divide both sides by 4, so b equals 0 is your first answer.
That's the other one, right?
Subtract 5 over and divide both sides by 3, and negative 5/3 is your other answer. Okay? Hey, raise your hand if you graduated. Do you have a question, Ray? People in the video. The homework tonight is a little worksheet I'm about to pass out, a little half sheet. So have a good weekend, and thanks for watching the